Hello. Right, picking up right where we left off. I'm trying to. Our first one here, our Waterman, 52. And now it is time to write our sentence. These are really fun to write with. They all have their own personalities, and it takes a little while to get used to writing with the pen. I'm full of excuses. No, it's true. It does take a while to get used to the pen. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to write the same sentence and flex as little as possible. Or in other words, put as little pressure on the pen as possible. All right, yeah, look, so it's a lot different. Looks a lot different this time around. Although it's more difficult for me to write the second sentence without applying pressure because I'm actually holding the pen like I'm only letting the weight of the pen drag on the paper. There we go. It looks good. It looks different. It's not a daily writer. Not for me anyway. It's too difficult to write with this without flexing. And you can't write like... You can, but it'll look... I don't know. I wouldn't write like this on like important documents and stuff. know what I'm doing. What am I doing here? Filling these in, I guess. Okay, let's stop doing that. Let's move on. All right. So 1 down, 15 to go. Dun, 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 that's it for this guy. I don't have the top. That's why I'm using this one. Next is this is okay. So this is an Avon pen with a Maybe Todd nib in it. I don't know what number this nib is because I cannot see it. It's too far down in there. Let's see. Oh, you can't focus. Okay. There we go. Yeah. But it's a Maybe Todd nib. It looks like it's a fine tip. No. It's medium. I remember from writing with it. We're not going to be able to tell what the nib width is until we write with it. So let's talk about that once we're writing. And I think the nib flexibility on this is a super flex. So let's see if you agree. Let me know in the comments. If you don't agree and you have a different suggestion, let me know that in the comments too. I'm open to suggestions. Oh, yeah. What ink am I using in this? Happy Holidays. Yes, and Happy Holidays does have some shimmer in it. But I'm not going to shake this. It's not good to use shimmery inks in vintage pens. Oh, I have a story about this pen. I like this pen. So the pen itself, it's called Avon. I don't know if this has anything to do with the makeup brand, but it's called Avon. I don't know. And it's a lever. It's got a lot of spring back. Wow, it's tight. But I haven't put a new sack in it. But I knew I had this little nib came to me on a dip pen. I thought to myself, this nib would work better in a fountain pen because on the dip pen it wasn't holding any ink at all. Like, yes, with a dip pen you don't get to write a sentence with one dip like you can with these, but you can write a word at least. With this on this, and this is a Maybe Todd actually, this dip pen is a Maybe Todd dip pen. So, but it wasn't even keeping enough ink to write one letter. I couldn't even complete a letter. So I knew it had to go into a fountain pen, and I knew I had this fountain pen for which I did not have a nib for. The nib that came with it, it was terrible. I had to throw it away, and it was at that point that I decided I would only buy gold nibs, and also there are a couple different materials that are okay. Gold, I forget what the other ones are, but there are a couple of materials that are good, but steel nibs that are 100 years old are not good. And I think that's what might have been in this one. Anyway, I had to throw it out. Well, I was trying to get the feed out of this section, and I broke the feed. Yeah, but I was able to glue it together. So that's how it is now. It's glued together. But keep these little things in mind when you're buying something online, buying it on eBay for vintage pens. Get pictures, ask questions, ask for close-up pictures, because somebody might glue something together and not say, hey, this was at one point broken and I glued it together. And maybe it doesn't matter, but maybe it does. I don't know. Anyway, just a little story about this. I was able to get it in once I glued the pieces together, and it fit perfectly. Look at that. It's like perfect fit. And it writes super nicely.